Good morning. We'll call the fifth meeting of the House Education Committee to order. I ask all our members and guests to please silence your cell phones. I would advise any of our guests in the crowd that if you would like to speak on any of the bills being considered today, there is a sign-up sheet in the back. And I will state that additional testimony is at the chair's discretion based on our time restraints and the information already presented. And as always, there are no signs permitted in the committee rooms. Do any of the members have any introductions or comments to start? Representative Josh Callaway.
Yes, Chairman. Appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak for just a minute this morning. Just wanted to introduce, I have my son and his friend Ellison, Jake Callaway and Ellison Bryson with us this morning. And so I just wanted to make them welcome.
Okay, glad to have you here with us this morning. Any other members? If not, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Ballman. Present. Representative Bojanowski.
Here.
Representative Brown. Representative Emily Callaway.
Present.
Representative Josh Callaway.
Present.
Representative Decker. Representative Doan.
Present.
Representative Jackson.
Present.
Representative Lewis.
Here.
Representative Massaroni.
Present.
Representative McCool. Representative Rayburn.
Here.
Representative Rawlings.
Here.
Representative Raymond. Representative Riley.
Here.
Representative Timoney.
Here.
Representative Weber.
Here.
Representative Wilner.
Here.
Vice Chair Baker.
Here.
Vice Chair Truitt.
Here.
Chair Tipton.
Here. Would like to remind everyone that as practice that I've established, everyone presenting testimony will be administered an oath this morning. And the first on our agenda today is Senate Bill 49, Senator Dineen, an act relating to alternative teacher certification. So please come forward, introduce yourself for the record, Senator, and then I will administer the oath.
Good morning, Chairman, committee members. My name is Matt Dineen. I represent District 10.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, please present. Start out, and there is a committee substitute, members.
Would you like me to address the committee substitute?
Please.
I would like to, first of all, thank the chairman. We had a meeting earlier in the session, and I also would like to thank Representative Marion Dossett, who brought the committee sub. It actually strengthens the bill by expanding what my intentions were to another group of emergency certified teachers. So it's a really a fine addition.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the sub. Is there any discussion on the committee sub? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The sub is carried. Senator, we have Senate Bill 49 is amended by the committee sub. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senate Bill 49 is what looks to appear on its surface as a small bill, but it has a huge impact. It has a ripple effect in every one of your districts across the Commonwealth. There are teachers that will be impacted in your district. Senate Bill 49 addresses an alternative certification time frame for those that are coming into education, maybe from the private sector, or wanting to, maybe they've had a bachelor's degree in a different area other than education. Currently, right now, Option 6 is the largest alternative certification program being used in the Commonwealth. There are over 1,600
Motion
members.
on the bill.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the bill. Is there any members has a question or discussion? Seeing none, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Baker. Yes. Representative Ballman.
Yes.
Representative Bojanowski.
Yes.
Representative Brown. Representative Emily Callaway.
Yes.
Representative Josh Callaway.
Yes.
Representative Decker. Representative Doan.
Yes.
Representative Jackson.
Yes.
Representative Lewis.
Yes.
Representative Massaroni.
Yes.
Representative McCool, Representative Rayburn,
Yes.
Representative Rawlings,
Yes.
Representative Raymond, Representative Riley, Representative Timoney, Representative Truitt,
Yes.
Representative Weber,
Yes.
Representative Wilner,
Yes.
Chair Tipton.
Yes. With 17 aye votes and 0 no votes, Senate Bill 49 passes with favorable expression, same should pass on the House floor. There is a title amendment on the bill. Have a motion second on the title amendment. All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. Motion carries. Senator,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee.
Senator. We're going to go out of order here. I'm going to ask if Senator Givens could come forward at this time for Senate Bill 70, an act relating to a pilot program for performance-based professional development. Senator, please introduce yourself for the record, and I will administer the oath.
Chair Tipton and members of the committee, I am State Senator David Givens, 9th Senate District, and honored to be here with you today.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you so much. Please proceed.
What you have before you is the renewal of a 3-year pilot program for professional development. Imagine a situation where we have an ATC welding instructor, a chemistry teacher, and a math teacher that like to coordinate some curriculum together, but they have to carve time out of the school day. This creates an opportunity for each district to customize a professional development learning situation where those PD days at the start of the year could be used to coordinate curriculum like I'm talking about. It's the renewal of a program that we first instituted in 2018, but COVID interrupted the process. Superintendents have come back and asked us to renew the opportunity for them to develop customized professional
Motion
development.
on the bill.
Excuse me. Have a motion and a second on the bill. Is there any questions from any of the members? Seeing none, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Baker, Representative Ballman, Representative Bojanowski,
Yes.
Representative Brown, Representative Emily Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Josh Callaway,
Yes.
Representative Decker,
Yes.
Representative Doan,
Yes.
Representative Jackson,
Yes.
Representative Lewis,
Yes.
Representative Massaroni,
Yes.
Representative McCool, Representative Rayburn,
Yes.
Representative Rawlings,
Yes.
Representative Raymond, Representative Riley, Representative Timoney, Representative Truitt,
Yes.
Representative Weber,
Yes.
Representative Wilner,
Yes.
Chair Tipton.
Yes. Senate Bill 70 passes with favorable expression. The same should pass on the House floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you,
Thank you,
members of
Senator.
the committee. Thank you very much.
Okay, now, there is Senator Carpenter. It's good to see you here. We will take up Senate Bill 54. Senator, please, and your guest, please introduce yourself for the record, and then I will administer the oath.
Senator Jared Carpenter, 34th District, and
Kate Shanks, Kentucky Chamber.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
I do.
Okay, please proceed.
Well, Chairman Tipton and members of the committee, appreciate you having our bill here this morning, bright and early this morning. Some people didn't even know there was 2 8 o'clocks on a clock.
You do know I'm a former dairy farmer.
That's right. I do. Senate Bill 54 is a simple bill that would allow students to use their KEYS dollars at a proprietary educational institution, and I'll go over some of those institutions. But one of the ones that we talk about as a guy who understands early mornings in the farming world and the construction world, Mr. Chairman, this really kind of got focused to me because of the construction industry. There's such a need to have good workforce in that industry, and so this bill allows money to be used for proprietary schools like our building institutes, CDL license, the top 5 job categories. Agriculture is one of those, Mr. Chairman, and the other top 5 workforce sectors includes healthcare, advanced manufacturing, transportation and logistics, business services, IT, and construction. One of the agriculture issues is farriers. As many people may know, that's a program in Madison County. We actually have a farrier program. So this will allow these dollars to be used in a really top job sectors that are really important to the Commonwealth. I'll let Kate talk about the job sectors and maybe some other issues that she may have.
Yeah, thank you, Senator and Chairman, members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak in support of this legislation today. We are back talking about workforce challenges in Kentucky. You're probably going to get tired of hearing me talk about workforce challenges.
Motion
but
on the
it's-
bill.
Before we do that, there is a committee sub to be presented. Okay, I have a motion on the sub and a second. Senator, would you like me to share about the sub?
Please go ahead.
The primary House substitute sub to Senate Bill 54 adds two things to Senate Bill 54. On our February 14th meeting, we heard House Bill 133 from Representative Steve Bratcher. That would include programs like the Workforce Solution programs that are not credit bearing. Those students would be eligible for keys. It adds House Bill 133 into this bill. There is one other section that is added. It is for an art and design school. If they are in the process of seeking accreditation, there's a provision in here that those students would be eligible for keys dollars as well through this program. Any questions on the sub? Okay, all those in favor of the sub signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion passes. We now have Senate Bill 54 on the floor as amended by the House Committee sub.
Motion on the bill.
Second.
Okay, we have, did you get those, Joe Carroll? Okay, who made that motion? Weber. Who made that second? Representative Josh Callaway. Does any members wish to ask any questions or speak on the bill? Representative Weber.
Senator, I just want to thank you for bringing this. This is one of the workforce issues that I think we think outside of the box on, and I think it's a good bill, and I appreciate the inclusions that you've made in it. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other members wishing any questions? If not, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Baker? Yes. Representative Ballman? Yes. Representative Bojanowski?
Yes.
Representative Brown? Representative Emily Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Josh Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Decker?
Yes.
Representative Doan?
Yes.
Representative Jackson?
Yes.
Representative Lewis?
Yes.
Representative Massaroni?
Yes.
Representative McCool? Representative Rayburn?
Yes.
Representative Rawlings?
Yes.
Representative Raymond? Representative Riley? Yes. Representative Timoney?
Explain my vote briefly, Chairman.
Please.
I'm a yes today. I was a yes last year, and hopefully this is the last time we have to vote on this. Thank you.
Representative Truitt?
Yes.
Representative Weber?
Yes.
Representative Wilner? Chair Tipton?
Yes. Senate Bill 54 is amended by primary House Substitute 1 passes with favorable expression. That same shall pass on the House floor. Thank you, Senator. Next on our agenda, I'm going to ask if Representative Fugit can come front and present House Bill 547. Representative Fugit, please identify yourself for the record, then I will administer the oath.
State Representative Chris Fugit, 84th District.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of committee, for allowing me to present today on House Bill 547. In 2015, football coach Joe Kennedy of the Bremerton High School in Washington State was fired for expressing his First Amendment right of praying after a football game that his team had participated in. Because of his prayer after the game, he was fired by the school district, and a lawsuit was filed by Mr. Kennedy, and the case eventually ended up before the United States Supreme Court. In June 2020 of 22, the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling, sided with Coach Kennedy and his First Amendment right to religious freedom. Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote in an opinion, "Respect for religious freedom expressions is indispensable to life in a free and diverse republic, whether those expressions take place in the sanctuary or on a ball field, and whether they manifest through the spoken word or a bowed head. House Bill 547 is a bill that protects the faculty and staff religious freedom in the public schools. It ensures the faculty that they have a right to express their faith. They may sponsor religious activities, student activities. They are protected from coercion and threats by government officials.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, but we do have some individuals who signed up to speak on House Bill 547. Mr. Donnie Wilkerson, if you're here, would you please come forward? Mr. Wilkerson, if you'd please identify yourself for the record, and I will administer an oath.
Yes, Donnie Wilkerson. I'm a public school teacher from Jamestown, Kentucky.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please proceed, Mr. Wilkerson.
Yes, as I said, my name's Donnie Wilkerson. I'm a public school teacher from Jamestown, Kentucky, and I here to represent no one other than myself today. I feel like a lot of folks do share my opinions, but my opinions are my own today. I come in support of House Bill 547. More importantly, in support of the First Amendment. I proudly carry in my pocket my well-worn copy of the Constitution, and we share this with students every day. In fact, we just embarked on our study of the Constitution yesterday, and my substitute teacher today has a long list of things to talk about the Constitution, so we love the First Amendment. And I'm happy to see that my Christian friends now will be able to proudly display the Ten Commandments on their desk if they so choose. They can sponsor clubs of their choice and encourage students to participate. But I also am glad to see 52 sponsors of a bill that will confirm and codify the First Amendment into Kentucky law, that will allow my Buddhist friends to have their copy of the Dhammapada on the desk if they so choose. That it would also allow my Mormon friends to have their copy of the Book of Mormon, should they so decide, or a picture of Joseph Smith or the angel Moroni about their personal space. That my Muslim friends would be able to display the Quran if they were of so inclination, and that those rights would be now codified. That my non-believing friends would be able to share on their desk their little book of atheist spirituality, if they were of that mindset. That my Unitarian Universalist friends would be able to sponsor the LGBTQ spirituality club in the afternoon, should they decide. That they would also be able to display on their desk the symbol that their desk and their personal space is a trans-safe zone in that school as well. I think this bill will codify and affirm all of those things, and consequently will help negate some of the homophobic, genderphobic, and even racist rhetoric that appears in so many of the other bills that are emanating from and emanated from last session, this honorable body. So I'm proud to see the First Amendment now codified, and to that end, and I know time is short, to that end, and with that hope that those rights will be honored, that now those teachers who wish to address students with the pronoun that those students and parents so deserve will be allowed to. So hopefully this bill, and with 52 sponsors, it's a shoo-in. It's basically law. So now maybe this will take out some of the harsh, cruel language of bills like Senate Bill 150, which is yet before you. And to that, I say amen. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Wilkerson. We also have signed up to speak Kate Miller. May see you. There's Kate over there. Please come forward, identify yourself for the record, and I'll administer the oath. Kate.
My name is Kate Miller, and I'm the Advocacy Director at the ACLU of Kentucky. I use she, her pronouns.
Please use your right hand. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman Tipton and members of the Education Committee. As I said, my name's Kate Miller. I'm with the ACLU of Kentucky, and I will keep my comments very, very brief. I hadn't had an opportunity to talk to the sponsor of the bill, Representative Fugate, yet, and just briefly talk to him this morning. I think that, of course, we are familiar with the United States Supreme Court case regarding Kennedy v. Bremerton School District, I believe, and understand why the Kentucky General Assembly would want to take advantage of this opportunity. We believe there are some pretty dramatic inconsistencies between the Gorsuch decision and the proposal before you today. Those were very specific circumstances, and the Supreme Court decision explained that it was in part because of those very specific circumstances related to privacy and personal actions taken by the coach. And this proposal before you is far broader, and we think introduces a gray area where school districts could potentially see increased litigation as a result of students or families, having House Bill 547 as Kentucky state law, and then, of course, having a different set of rules under the United States and Kentucky Constitution as described in the decision. So we hope that the Kentucky General Assembly would consider amending the legislation to be more specifically in line with the Supreme Court decision, and that is all I'm testifying to today. So, and I will hopefully be able to talk further with the sponsor about the opportunity to update the bill language.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. If Representative Fugate would come back to the table, we do have at least one member with a question. Representative Bojanowski has the floor.
Yes, thank you. So my question is, do we have any examples of concerns regarding this issue in Kentucky? So, I mean, I know I've had conversations about religion with colleagues in my school building. We have a Fellowship of Christian Athletes group. Why do we need this legislation, and why isn't it already covered with the First Amendment and our Constitution?
Well, thank you for the question. Truthfully, we should not have to have this legislation. But because of outside groups that come from out of state, atheist groups that would protest prayer before a football game, or a teacher being involved in a club that would perhaps be maybe a Bible club, because of all those outside of Kentucky attacks, I hope that this bill shows that the teachers in Kentucky are supported by not only the Kentucky General Assembly, but the Supreme Court of the United States. And, it was a sad day in America when the Bible was taken out of schools. The very first book that taught our kids how to read was the Bible. And so this is a piece of legislation that hopefully will embolden those Christian teachers who are not ashamed of their faith, but sometimes out of fear do not say anything about their faith or hold prayer meetings with other teachers. Hopefully this will help them to understand that this bill is there to protect their rights.
I have a question from Representative Wilner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I guess I'm just having a little trouble wrapping my head around why we need a Kentucky state law to codify the U.S. Constitution. Can you just help me understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the question. But really, it's the same answer as the last. We shouldn't have to have this bill. But because the United States Constitution is attacked by, again, outside groups from Kentucky, we need this in Kentucky just to show those, not just teachers, but the faculty and staff and the coaches, that we are aware of the attacks, and we want them to know that the state legislature is on their side, being able to speak of their faith. You're welcome.
I see no other members with questions. Having a most properly made motion and second, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Baker? Yes. Representative Ballman?
Yes.
Representative Bojanowski?
No.
Representative Brown? Representative Emily Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Josh Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Decker?
Yes.
Representative Doan?
Yes.
Representative Jackson?
Can I explain my vote, Mr. Chairman?
Proceed.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Representative Fugate. I know you have your heart in the right place, and I appreciate that. My concern, I'm just afraid we're headed down a slippery slope if we're not very, very careful. I know in Warren County we have 90 different nationalities. So I can only imagine how many different religions we have representing those 90 different nationalities. I spent 32 years in education as a teacher and a coach. Last 5 years I spent on the Warren County School Board. So 37 years in education. And our job was always to teach. Our job was always to educate our students, reading, writing, arithmetic, those types of things. And I just worry sometimes if we're going to give our teachers and our schools and our educators so many different things that they have to keep up with, that we're going to continue to have a shortage of educators in the state of Kentucky. So again, I want us to be careful. I know in rural Kentucky, this is probably going to be it's going to be a hit. In other parts of Kentucky, it may be a challenge for those in the education field. I'm going to vote yes to get it out of committee, but I think it is a slippery slope, as I said, that we need to be careful. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Lewis?
Yes.
Representative Massaroni?
Yes.
Representative McCool? Representative Rayburn?
Yes.
Representative Rawlings?
Yes.
Representative Raymond?
I vote yes, and it's because I believe all people should be able to bring their whole selves to work.
Representative Riley? Yes. Representative Timoney?
Briefly explain my vote.
Proceed.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm a yes today, but I do believe that as we are looking, the lady from the ACLU said, she pointed out, there are things that are going to go before courts. And, the Establishment Clause is something that's been part of, American history for forever. And I think that the tone and I think the theme of the country right now is to take a look at that again and to see how that fits. Representative Fugate, you talked to me about the coach in particular, and as a former coach, I really identified with a lot of that. And as a coach, faith was my driving force with what I did and the path I've taken. And I would see students who would break off into prayer groups, and I'd see other students who wouldn't even be of that religious affiliation, support them, go over and join with them, put their arms around them out of a sign of support. And I think that one of the things that is really important about today, and we as adults, I think sometimes are forgetting that our young people are very strong and they're very resilient with their beliefs, either for whatever. And I don't think that there are issues quite as contagious as we're making them out to be as adults. And I think that we should allow our kids to be in their spaces, and I think that we should allow our teachers to be in their spaces. So that's why I'm proudly a yes today.
Representative Truitt?
Yes.
Representative Weber?
Yes.
Representative Wilner?
I'd like to explain my vote.
Proceed.
Thank you. I appreciate the intention. I guess I just have too much respect for the U.S. Constitution and for the Kentucky Constitution that we're sworn to uphold to think that we need to shore it up with a state law. So I see this as redundant and unnecessary, and I'm going to be a no today.
Chair Tipton?
Yes.
Was that 18 to 2?
House Bill 547 passes with favorable expression. The same should pass on the House floor. Thank you, Representative Fugate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of committee.
Our last item on the agenda is House Concurrent Resolution 59.
I just wanted to record a yes vote.
Please proceed.
Oh,
Go ahead, Representative Wilner.
I just wanted to record a yes vote on Senate Bill 54. Thank you.
Do any other members, while we're having a pause here, wish to record any votes?
Chairman,
Representative Raymond?
may I record yes votes, please, on Senate Bill 49, Senate Bill 54, and Senate Bill 70?
Okay. Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, Jennifer Decker, want to report.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Want to record a yes vote on Senate Bill 49.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any others? Seeing none, Representative Nemus, please proceed. Have you all introduce yourself for the record, then I'll administer the oath.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jason Nemus, House District 33. Introduce yourself.
Moira Payne, President of Kentucky College of Art and Design.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Kentucky College of Art and Design is a wonderful place. It's been around for just a few years, and it has already paid dividends to our Commonwealth, not only for the students, but to our communities. If you have an opportunity to come over the summer, please come to the campus. It's a beautiful campus. It's got a lot of wonderful students, I guess adults, not kids, doing great things. And so without me saying more, I think I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Payne, who's the head of the school, and she can really close the deal.
Thank you to the chairman, to the legislators, and Representative Nemus.
Could you pull that mic just a little bit closer to you?
Thank you. Is that better? Thank you. Thank you to everyone for allowing me to come today and introduce Kentucky College of Art and Design. We're a small college making good headway here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and we're here today to look for your support. We have actually been on the ground for 14 years. We're licensed by the Council on Post-Secondary Education and are currently in the process of applying for accreditation. We've done really well. We've been quietly, busily building quite an important little college, which I think will add to your folio of educational opportunities for young creative people here in the Commonwealth.
Motion on the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on House Concurrent Resolution 59. Any members have any questions or comments? Seeing none, Mariah, please call the roll.
Representative Baker? Yes. Representative Ballman? Yes. Representative Bojanowski?
Yes.
Representative Brown? Representative Emily Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Josh Callaway?
Yes.
Representative Decker?
Yes.
Representative Doan?
Yes.
Representative Jackson?
Yes.
Representative Lewis?
Yes.
Representative Massaroni?
Yes.
Representative McCool? Representative Rayburn?
Yes.
Representative Rawlings?
Yes.
Representative Raymond?
Yes.
Representative Riley? Yes. Representative Timoney?
Yes.
Representative Truitt?
Yes.
Representative Weber? Yes. Representative Wilner?
Yes.
Chair Tipton?
Yes. House Concurrent Resolution 59 passes with favorable expression. That the same shall pass on the House floor. Members, this will be the shortest meeting we will have the rest of the session. We do plan on meeting next Tuesday morning. There will be a full agenda and be listening for announcements for the possibility of a special meeting later this week. With that, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.